6 of the most dangerous hitmen of all time. We often think of a hitman as a fictitious character out of a movie like Goodfellas or The Godfather, but the fact is, they are not just fictional characters or actors portraying them through roles, they are real and have been around for a long time. Mostly tied to Italian organized crime, the hitman has a long history, and they are usually a notorious cast. Richard Kuklinski, also known as the Iceman, earned this nickname for freezing his victims in order to confuse the time of death to investigators. On the outside, Kuklinski looked like a normal businessman to his neighbors. He was married with 3 children and began killing as a teenager. It has been estimated that he's killed between 100 to 250 men, but had a personal rule never to kill a woman or child. Kuklinski's killing methods got the attention of the Gambino family. The Gambinos put him to work, and he was a contract killer for many years. He died in prison of natural causes. Evildoers started out his crime career in bootlegging, that was his transition into the world of organized crime. There was a secret group of contract hitmen in the 1930s called Murder Incorporated. Rels was at the center of the group and highly utilized by New York crime families for contract killings. He used ice picks to kill people. He has been described as a true psychopath, due to his impulsive killings of innocent people, as well as murder contracts for hire. Rels admitted to being involved in dozens of murders and also to being a member of Murder Incorporated. It is speculated that the Murder Incorporated group participated in over 1,000 murders. Rels turned as a police informant, once he knew he was no longer able to cover up all the crimes he was linked to, but he was murdered the night before he testified by being thrown out of a hotel window. Russian mob hitman Alexander Solonok, often referred to as the Super Killer or Sasha the Macedonian, was a lethal Russian contract killer who took hits out on high-ranking mob bosses in Russia. Alexander's background was unique. He was ambidextrous, so he was able to shoot guns from either hand. He also had a Soviet military background that included martial arts and special kinds of techniques with guns. His survival skills were impeccable. He escaped prison several times and was able to travel far before finally being caught. He eventually ended up in Greece, running a large crime ring and performing high-priced hits worldwide. Supposedly, he was found dead in 1997, with his Russian girlfriend strangled to death outside of Athens. According to rumors, he faked his death and could still be alive somewhere deep in the crime underworld. Giovanni Brusca was a modern-day Italian mafia hitman. He was known to love eliciting pain from others and is known to have killed over 200 men in his career. He was a part of the mob from his youth. He was responsible for the murder of prosecutor Giovanni Falcone in 1992. He escaped from his jail sentence by fleeing to the countryside where he was caught and put in jail. Harry Strauss was a part of Murder Incorporated. He enjoyed mentally torturing his victims before finishing them off. He murdered at least 35 people. He never carried a gun when he wasn't working. Even though he was arrested 18 times before he was convicted, he was eventually sent to prison after killing Irving Puggy Feinstein, a known mobster whom he killed with an ice pick and a rope. It is said that Puggy took bites out of Strauss's finger. Puggy's response made Strauss so angry that he tortured Puggy with a slow death of strangulation, along with the ice pick, and set fire to his body in a vacant lot. Giuseppe Greco was a tough Italian gangster that worked as a hitman mostly in the 1970s. He was part of a team of killers that were often dubbed death squads. He was finally caught by his 58th murder. Greco had no softness for his victims. He once killed a father and child and got rid of their bodies by dissolving them in acid. He eventually met his own demise when his former death squad colleagues murdered him in 1985.